Hey guys, it's your girl Snow White. Now, before we get into this next video, I just want to take a minute and say thank you to all of you that have supported me since I launched this channel. I want you to know that I'm always here to answer any of your questions or concerns, and if there's anything that you ever want me to cover, please feel free to message me. I'll put my Discord down below, and I always reply back. On another note, I also want to give a big shout out to Tekka Gaming and Shinchi42. These guys, I'm sure you already know who they are. If you don't, where have you been? But they are awesome YouTubers for Rise of Kingdoms, so make sure you check them out if you haven't already. Now, like I always say, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications, and let's get into it. Hey guys, so apparently Kingdom 1093 just released a leak saying that Lilith is going to be dropping 2 legendary infantry commanders. Now, this is not confirmed by Lilith, but let's pretend that it is, and let's discuss these 2 awesome commanders. I know I've been waiting for a legendary infantry commander so I can counter Nevsky, and hopefully these are the ones that are coming out. First one is Scipio Africanus. Yeah, that's right. You know that name because we already have an epic one, don't we? So for me, this seems a little bit shady. I do find it a little bit strange that Lilith is going to be releasing another Scipio Africanus, but who knows? Let's have a look at his first skill. Unmatched Strength. The first active skill deals direct damage up to 3 targets in a forward fan-facing shaped area. Direct damage, 1500. Damage dealt to each target is reduced by 15% for each additional target. Successfully hits also suffer 10% reduced health for 3 seconds. Now, if you were to max his first skill, you will get up to 2000 direct damage factor up to 3 targets. That's insane. You can also reduce the enemy's health by 30%. So this will definitely counter any Nevsky XY combination that people are using on field right now. Let's go into his second skill, All-Conquering. Increases infantry units' attack by 20% and their march speed by 3%. They also gain 2% increased march speed outside of Alliance territory. That's pretty cool. Till now, we know that the infantry can't really catch up to those cavalry marches, but this one will definitely allow you to keep up. And definitely that extra infantry attack bonus of 40%, that's pretty good. Moving on to his third skill, Strategic Pressure. Increases infantry units' health by 10% when attacking troops, and grants each attack a 10% chance of dealing continuous additional damage for 3 seconds. Damage factor 250. This effect triggers once every 8 seconds. So keep in mind what it's saying, that you need to be in an attacking mode. So if you're walking away and you're being attacked from behind and you're not actually attacking, then this won't take effect. And finally, his fourth skill, Testando Formation. When troops on the map take skill damage, there is 50% chance of reducing that damage by 10% and forming a shield that covers up to 3 allied troops for 3 seconds. Anybody think of Alex when you hear this? Damage factor 250. This effect triggers once every 8 seconds. So just like Alex, this is a great commander that will also protect your allies with a shield. And lastly, if you get him expertise, his Fury Rage increases skill damage dealt by 10% when the target is silenced. Rage grows 30% faster. This guy sounds great for me to pair him with my Guan. Oh, my Guani. Now, it does say here that apparently you can get Scipio from the Wheel of Fortune. Sounds pretty good to me. Better save up those gems. Now, one thing to note. It does say that Lilith will not allow you to use this legendary Scipio with the epic Scipio. Doesn't that sound a little bit odd? Now that makes me question whether this commander is actually legit or not. Now moving on to Flavius Ateus. Now this I think is going to be one of the best garrison commanders you can have in the game. So let's look at its first skill. Spear of the Empire. Deals direct damage, damage factor 1500, to the target if the target has been reduced to 50% or fewer units remaining. Deals continuous additional damage for 3 seconds, damage factor 50. So it does only affect one target, but that's amazing for incoming rallies. So once you maximize that first skill, you're going to be dishing out 2300 damage, giving you the opportunity to be able to take on these crazy cav rallies that are happening right now. Let's look at his second skill. Increases infantry units attack by 3% when troops are garrisoned. Infantry units defense is increased by 3% and health by 3%. Now if you increase this stat to 5, you're going to be able to increase your stats by 45%. 15% for attack, defense, and health. That's insane. Now let's go into his third skill. Increases troops counterattack damage dealt by 5% when troops are garrisoned. Normal attacks inflict a debuff on the target that increases the damage they take from infantry by 1% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. This effect can trigger every 10 seconds. This will make this commander impossible to swarm, with so much counter damage and debuff. And if you are able to max the third skill, well then you got your counter attack damage at 20% and you can stack up to 10 times. Now let's have a look at his fourth skill. Increases all damage dealt by 2%. When launching a normal attack against a target inflicted with an additional damage effect, there is a 20% chance of inflicting silence for 2 seconds. This effect triggers once every 7 seconds. So if you are able to pair him with Scipio Legendary, you'll get a 100% chance of silence for over 7 seconds. And if you pair him with Guani, you'll be able to silence every 5 seconds. Now, something to note, it does say when launching a normal attack. So that doesn't mean that when you're in garrison, this will take effect. You have to be on field. And last but not least, his final skill. If you're able to expertise him, you will get Songs of the Nibelungs. Don't know what that means, but okay. Decreases all damage taken by 10%. When using an active skill, there is a 30% chance of inflicting 2 stacks of a debuff on the target troop. Each stack increases their damage taken from infantry by 1% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. This effect triggers once every 10 seconds. So you'll get 2 stacks of a debuff up to 20% of increased attack and a decrease of all damage taken by 10%. This is going to be a great garrison commander to destroy all the Nevsky and XY rallies that are happening right now. Now, it does say here that it will be available only on the Mighty Governor event. If you're able to actually get both of these commanders and pair them together, having Flavius at 2300 damage and Scipio Legendary at 2000, wow, together they will be an unstoppable force. Now keep in mind, this isn't confirmed by Lilith, it is just a leak, but if it is, you best believe I'm saving all my gold heads for these two. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I'm super hyped and excited to see whether this is true or not. I have been waiting for some legendary infantry commanders, been debating whether I should invest in Nevsky or just hold out, and we always know Lilith always brings out counter sooner or later. With so many commanders available and so few heads, what's a girl to do?